Welcome to day one/2 recap of the future games slash junior future games. Junior future game workout took place on the beautiful Tuesday afternoon, where it was not hot at all. And then the next day, Wednesday, followed with the future game workout as well as the Team South Carolina game versus Tennessee. So we're kind of gonna bounce around here with some of the things that stood out to us over these past 2 days. And I guess we start off Tuesday with the junior future workout. Um, Coach, what'd you think?
I thought the guys did well. I thought they showed really well. I mean, heck, both us and the North Carolina crew, Team Carolina out there together, showed really well. We got a bunch of guys that look really good in uniforms. Showed a bunch of athleticism. It's looking at some of their workouts. We had guys run well, had guys throw, had good arms, good arm strength, put up good numbers. Hitting wise, I thought overall it was a really, really good day for our guys. The thing that stands out a lot when you watch these guys, especially in a workout environment like they're in here, is there wasn't many nerves. And the one thing I can attest, I would say, and this isn't to pat ourselves on the back, but we've had 90% of these guys at events and have come through some of these
Yes.
things, and we've had a bunch of them at some Rising Stars events, and I think that kind of played a big part. Those guys have kind of been through it already, and so they there weren't many nerves on that first day of the workout. They had a bunch of fun with it and really stood out. Overall in general with everything from swinging the bat to running to their defensive workout.
Yeah, no doubt. We had a bunch of guys show out, which would take us. They carried that over into that game versus Tennessee. We'll stay on the junior future side here, where South Carolina beat Tennessee 13-3. Coach, run roll early in the junior future games here for South Carolina. I think I celebrated with some Tennessee whiskey after that win as I sat here at the house.
They came out hot. They came out ready to roll. Big start on the mound for us yesterday, and that really set the tone with Connor Wells. I mean, heck, we've joked about it before, but talking about a 6'5", 175, 180-pound frame that we had gotten a chance to see, and we don't see this one too much when you got a guy at a junior futures game that's a rising ninth grader that we got a chance to watch during the high school season on the varsity team for Dorman. But it's all signs lead to superstar and big time power left-handed arm for this guy. I mean, he first couple batters he was a little erratic, a little shaky. It was about 110,000 degrees out there. That turf was popping. He's pitching in some turfs that wasn't getting his grip, but he kind of settles in and became unhittable. I mean, he was 83 to 86, spun a plus breaking ball that was around 74, 75 miles an hour, and he was just unhittable. Get with that height, with that extension, with that release. It's a little bit over the top, getting some downhill, throwing the ball in, throwing the ball out, and then spinning that breaking ball. It was over. Tennessee had their chance early in that first inning to get more than what they did, and they were only able to scratch one off them. And he kind of settled in and went 3 innings, one hit, one run, 7 Ks. And it was just dominant performance. And then offensively, I mean, I looking over our stuff, looking over the at bats and everything from yesterday. We swung the bat as well as we could up and down that lineup, and we thought we had a chance to swing the bat pretty well. You never know how you get into these
Yeah.
things, what's going to happen, but I, I mean, from the top to the bottom, and that has like I told the guys yesterday. Again, there's no top and there's no bottom. It's going to be a constantly floating lineup. But in yesterday's lineup, everybody was on base. Everybody hit the ball hard. You know, heck, I feel like everybody scored. So it was. We had a bunch of guys that especially for game one of a showcase environment like we're in, and with a little bit of a tournament feel. Guys did a great job of laying off tough pitches, taking the balls and swinging at the strikes, and able to do some damage with some hard hit balls and driving balls in for RBIs and showing some athleticism and stealing bases and running around. But Christian Spivey had 2 knocks on the day. Rome Dorenzo, a big 2 RBI base hit up the middle. Trip Ostergaard, a big RBI. Heck, he had a few RBIs with a couple walks and a bolt up the middle. Emmanuel Benitez had two base hits. Braden Richardson had a big RBI. I mean, you go up and down the lineup. I mean, they all swung it, and it was fun. The one thing that I think our guys did great last year at this thing, that this group has done a good job. They've come with a bunch of energy. They've
Yeah.
bounced around, and before the start, they were having fun. They were down there in the cages messing around and just had a ton of energy, and they took that in the game and played lights out.
We'll see if the South Carolina team can do what last year's did and win game 2 of pool play. Um, as Team South Carolina will take on Louisiana tonight at 7:15. Hopefully, we'll have some good graphics and music at the end of that game. Come out all over the socials. If you haven't seen last night, I'm pretty sure the story's still up, so go check it out on the PBR South Carolina.
Good music.
And
Good music.
great music, but you got to win in order to get that kind of music. And we move over to the future game side. As obvious, I was not present, battling with sickness here in God's country, as they call it. So we move over to the future game workout, where, as always, it's a huge deal as all these college coaches ascend on Lake Point here. And so, Coach, what stood out the biggest things for you at future game workout?
I mean, it kind of goes back to a little bit what we talked about with our younger guys. We walked off the field and had a couple college coaches right off the bat go, "You guys look really good athletically. They look strong. They look physical." Right off the bat, first thing we do is we run the 60, and I'm messing around with Andrew Palmer, and we had a chance to, Andrew's had a second year guy here, but Andrew's been to a lot of our things, and we've talked about this with a lot of them. Andrew is a big, strong, physical kid that can run, and nobody thinks he can run, but he's big and strong. He comes out the gate yesterday and runs a 6.62 60. The beginning of the summer, into the spring, we had him at a showcase, their scout day, team elite scout day, and he goes to 6.7. So we knew he can run, but I'm busting his chops before. I go, "Hey, 6.7, what you gonna get?" He's like, "Man, I really hope I can get in the 6.6s." And boom, he was about in the 6.5s. And then speaking on that, another big, strong, physical guy, we got Peter Mershon comes out and runs a 6.58. So we're athletically. I think the athleticism of the South Carolina guys yesterday stood out, and Justin Sheffield runs a 7.14. Brady Gold 6.86. Stowe Rogers 6.85. You look up and down these run times, and you go, you got some big, strong, athletic kids that can move. And I'll tell you, the winner of the day for us that from the workout, and we all kind of knew rolling in what kind of player is, but Will Craddock runs a 6.9. He's 6'4", 195 pounds. It's kind of a joke, and don't want to put it on him because you kind of get late. But he looked like Cal Ripken out there. I mean, it's big, strong bat, ease, backspinning balls all over the field. Defensively, just kind of an easy movement of flipping balls around and showing good footwork and easy actions out there. He's up to a 99.9 exit velocity yesterday in BP, but it was a thing of kind of beauty. What he had, max exit velo 395. He stood out really well from a workout standpoint. And we're kind of really looking forward to watching him take that in there. But if you had to just base purely everything off this world, which we don't off a workout, you kind of look at him and go, "That's the next great superstar rolling out of this state." The way he moved around yesterday.
Yeah, we saw him in high school season. It was as you described it, and hopefully those guys will have that translate over to gameplay as we have 3 games coming up. The first being at 12:30. Coaches getting ready to go here as Team Carolina will take on Cali at 12:30. Expect to be a big game, as we know California obviously has talent. Landon Fowler on the mound today for Team Carolina to start the game. Expect some big things from him. Maybe a few phone calls later in the evening there, Coach.
Yeah, we're hoping for a big day out of Landon on the mound. We've seen it. He's done it a lot himself. Going all the way back to the beginning of the high school season, we've seen him a bunch, and I know we are extremely high on him. You look at the physicality, you look at the size, you look at the ease of the arm, the ease of the ball coming out. And heck, he hadn't really been pitching that long either. So
Yeah.
you look at the projectability with him moving forward, and he kind of has everything right there for him to go out and have a big day today, and hopefully light up Team California and have a good day with that one. Wow, heck, while we were on the broadcast as well, while we're breaking it down, Lake Point broadcast that's going to be out there being filmed and being shown. So hopefully we'll be able to have a lot of good things talking about with him. And then we got another South Carolina guy following him up with Aiden Vorlick. He'll go one inning today. He's got another outing on the back end of the weekend with one more inning. But we got two South Carolina guys getting the ball the first three innings. So hopefully they come out and do what they do and put up some zeros.
And Carolina boys, watch out.
Watch out now.